It's that time of the year for some slam dunk deals. We have got the best of the best, the most, I guess you'd say, sought after opportunity to fill our bellies and be thankful for Black Friday. It is here, the must-have, the Delta Pro, plus not just the Delta Pro, but the 400-watt solar panel. And if you're picking these two up, well, you're in luck, because I'm going to fill you in with every bit of information that you're going to need to make that ultimate decision before the power goes out and Thanksgiving just isn't so full of a lot of fun. Now, here's the thing. The flow doesn't stop here at this house. Because of my Delta Pro, it's the most powerful that we offer. The Delta Pro is going to offer you 3,600 watts of non-stop power. And when I say non-stop, with that 400-watt solar panel, now we have true sustainability that even when we're out of power, we're still going to be able to recharge our Delta Pro. Let's dive right into it, because I've got a whole smorgasbord right here, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to be able to power not just 80% of the things in my home, but 99% of everything that you see right here in my kitchen, and soon to be even in the bedroom. So let me dive right in. I want to show you up close to this Delta Pro because it's easy and it's simple. If you're picking any of these up, you're going to notice that one touch of a button to turn that Delta Pro on. That's it. That full LCD display is going to give you every bit of information that you need so that you're not sitting there guessing. We kind of call that goof-proof just mirror into knowing exactly, or window, exactly what's going on. So it's showing me right now I've got 3 days at 89% of power, and right now all I've got plugged in is my iPad. And why do I have my iPad plugged in? It's because not only can I have the LCD display running, but I can also have my iPad to show me every bit of information via Bluetooth and Wi-Fi anywhere I am in the world, so I can see exactly what's going on my Delta Pro without me having to come up close to it. Now, obviously, I'm charging my iPad, but I'm charging it through one of the two 100-watt USB-C ports. Now, we've got 4 USB ports, 2 of which are going to be fast charging. And speaking of 4, I've got 4 individual 3-prong AC outlets where I'll be able to power 99% of my home appliances. Now, the other port that you're going to see right here is for all of us, our campers and our RVers. This is one of my favorite parts about it, is that I get to plug my RV directly in to my Delta Pro with that 30 amp plug, which can be expandable up to 60 amps as well. Now, when I got all those things plugged in, I can have it running simultaneously. But speaking of simultaneously, what are the 2 things that we need as far as creature comforts? We want some light, we want some fans. Because when it's hot during the summertime, we want a fan to stay cool. And I say that because I'm in a place where it can get pretty hot. Now, we got a fan going here, and now we also don't want to be sitting in a dark home. Now, I can have all of these things plugged in, but I can also have an extension cord. I can have a power strip to have all of these, so I can plug in even more things simultaneously. With a fan and a light, my refrigerator, well, my refrigerator's not plugged in just yet, but it's showing me right now I've got a full day that I can be able to run my light, my fan. I'm going to unplug these because I just mentioned the refrigerator and I just mentioned the light and the fan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk over here to the refrigerator. You know, when we think of our homes, one of the things that we want to make sure that stays running is our refrigerator. It's because we have a lot of stuff invested in this. I've got a lot of sauce because I like to cook. But here's the thing. Thanksgiving time, we're gonna have a lot of food in our refrigerator. The worst thing that's gonna happen is when that power goes out, all of that food starts to go bad. And if you are reliant on any medicine, insulin for instance, you wanna make sure that you have the ability to keep that cool. And I say the ability because, by the way, my cranberry sauce, you can't have Thanksgiving without some cranberry sauce. I say ability because if you've ever lived in an apartment or condo, you know that there's no ability to have power outside of a gas generator and or a propane generator. Now, there's that third option, us, EcoFlow, and your Delta Pro, so that you can have true independence no matter where you are, so that refrigerator doesn't stop running. So, I showed you the refrigerator. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna simulate just losing power. I'm gonna unplug it from the wall. I'm gonna leave it open so you can see when I plug it in, that power is gonna kick on. So now, of course, I can have all of that running. Now, a couple things I wanna talk about is, with my refrigerator, if I was to have to leave my home, or of course, if I ever leave the home for work or whatever it might be, and I have this as a secondary refrigerator, or I've got it in the basement, or maybe I've got a cabin or just another secondary home, this is gonna act like an emergency power source. So with my Delta Pro plugged into the wall, and my refrigerator plugged into my Delta Pro, when I lose power, the Delta Pro is gonna know I lose power, and in 20 milliseconds, turn on and continue to power that refrigerator. So if you've ever had to leave on a vacation and you're worried, what's gonna happen to that fish tank if I lose power? Plug your fish tank into your Delta Pro so that even when you're not home, that fish tank is going to continue to run. That refrigerator is going to continue to run. So, what do we need to run outside of power? We need food. And it is Thanksgiving. Just about Black Friday. Let me show you how I can cook food with my Delta Pro. We talk about high wattage appliances. Right here, I've got a hot plate. Campers, RVers, I love camping. I love RVing, but I also love cooking some food and not necessarily having to cook food over a steaming hot fire. This is a hot plate, and right now I've got a piece of steak. I've got my potatoes on here as well, and it's gonna show you I'm at roughly 1,200 watts of power that I can run at 89% for roughly 2 hours simultaneously, or excuse me, just continuously. So this cake, you gotta eat your steak before you can have your cake. We're not there yet. So with that steak cooking right now, showing you I got 2 hours of power. While that's running, while that's starting to heat up, I've got my cranberry sauce, I've got my ham that, can you imagine? I don't know about you, but leftover Thanksgiving food is probably the best. I'll be able to have some pretty nice leftover sandwiches with that ham. But what I've got right here, and if we want to come walk around, I want to show you, now we got the hot plate running, and even more high wattage appliance is going to be my microwave. This is a full-size microwave. Now, I've got in here some green beans. I've got it connected to my Delta Pro, which I wanted to show you. It does have wheels, so roughly about 100 pounds, but it's nice to know that this is true portability. And I don't know if you can hear that steak starting to sizzle. Just like that, we're starting to have some hot food. So cold food in the refrigerator, hot food on our hot plate. If you've ever been out of power for more than a day, 2 days, weeks, I'm born and raised in South Florida. I've been through my fair share of hurricanes. Recently, just through another one. I don't want to be without power, and I want to have some hot food. So portability with my Delta Pro. I've got it connected via an extension cord to my full-size microwave. I'm going to go ahead and set this on. Start, 30 seconds. That's going to start heating up those green beans. How easy is that? I don't have to worry about full cranking. I don't have to worry about gasoline. First thing that goes before a storm, I can tell you, is going to be gas. Right now, this can be a pretty hot commodity. You don't want to have to worry about this. And you've never owned a gas generator in an emergency situation, the last thing you want to have to worry about is learning how to run a gas generator. There's nothing I have to worry about with my Delta Pro as far as gas, propane, and toxic fumes. So now we've got hot green beans. Think about green bean casserole. Think about all those leftovers, heating everything up. We've got air fryers, we've got coffee makers. All of those appliances can be run from our Delta Pro. So now we've got our green beans, we got our cranberry sauce. Do you see that smoke coming off of this steak? I mean, let's see these grill marks right there. Oh my goodness. It is a cooking show here on EcoFlow.com with our Delta Pro. I just want you to really start to think and consider, although this is fun and it's exciting in an emergency, this can be true essential. And when you talk about camping, when you talk about going off the grid, this is what makes going off the grid fun. Being able to bring those creature comforts, being able to bring that power with you, that's what we want. And when we're off the grid, that means we're truly off the grid. Even though we've got our independence of power, how are we going to be able to recharge our Delta Pro? Well, come around here, because not only was I kind of walking by their microwave, I wanted to show you your 400-watt solar panel. This baby right here, you can have 1,600 watts of solar directly into your Delta Pro to recharge your Delta Pro. And speaking of recharging, there is going to be 5 different ways that we're offering. We've got the AC. When you plug this into the AC, we have the fastest recharge rate in the whole entire industry. So hey, you're here right now. You've clicked that little button for that Delta Pro and 400-watt solar panel. You're now watching and looking at the fastest recharge rate in the industry for your power station. In under 3 hours, 2.7 hours, you'll be able to recharge it just via the AC. You can go ahead and use your DC power. You've got your solar power. Remember, 1,600 watts of solar that you can be able to use to recharge via the sun. Infinite amount of power, which also means no more residual payments Every single time you want to use it for gas, for propane, and no fumes and no noise. I'm running this inside. I could not do this with a gas generator. With my solar panel, there's a couple different ways that you can use it. Of course, you're going to use your solar panel to recharge your Delta Pro, but one of my favorite parts about having the solar generator, which is exactly what this is going to be when you combine them, is that it's got pass-through charging. So if my Delta Pro is at 100%, I can use my solar panel to power whatever I've got plugged into it, and when that sun goes down, then I'm just using the power from my Delta Pro. So let the sun power everything during the day, and you have as much power as you want via the 400 watt solar panel. Then during the day, or excuse me, at night, then you go ahead and use your Delta Pro. Now, let's set that down, because I want to start showing you the portability aspect of having your Delta Pro. I'm going to unplug it from my microwave, because we're in the kitchen. We've got our toaster, we've got our coffee maker, we've got our air fryer, all of which, remember, 99% of everything in your home can be powered by your Delta Pro. And speaking of home, this is the first of its kind that is true portable home systems. And I say system because with our Delta Pro, this can be expanded. Now you can combine two Delta Pros, or you can even consider picking up the Delta Pro with the 400 watt solar panel and our extra battery. Now this extra battery is going to double the capacity of our Delta Pro, making it expandable. And why? Because our needs are always growing, and I want to know when I invest in something like this that it's going to grow with me. Not only our solar panel is going to grow with you, but also the capacity of our batteries. So 2 extra batteries can be connected to one Delta Pro, so you can go from 3,600 watts all the way up to 25,000. And I've got a whole little desk area set up really quickly here, because I wanted to show you that if you're somebody who works from home, if you've got your laptops and you've got your whole home office, you're going to want to know that I can be able to power all of this continuously, and even my internet. Just because we're out of power doesn't mean we don't have internet. We just need power to our router. So if you want to take all of these electronics on the go with you, well then guess what? Go ahead and do it. Make sure you swish it on the way in. Speaking of the way in, let's go here into the bedroom, because I want to show you, if you're reliant on power for medical devices, dialysis machines, CPAP machines, oxygen machines, this is one of the beauties of being able to own your own independence of power with your Delta Pro. I'm going to set this down right quick, and I want you to see this. If you're in a hot area, of course, we're going to be kind of going into the winter time. It's starting to cool off. I've got my heating blanket right here. I can plug this in. I've got an extension cord, because I quickly want to show you that I can go ahead and plug my window AC unit in. And just like that, my window AC unit is going to turn on, set to 75 degrees. And remember, I did not have to pull crank. I did not have to get gas. I did not have to prime. I didn't have to wonder when's the last time I used that gas generator, and is it going to work when I really need it to. Just like that, we're off and running. We've got that window AC unit running. But I don't have to guess how long it's going to run, because remember, my LCD display is going to show me at 90%. I've got a full day that I can run that window AC unit set to 75 degrees, and I can feel that nice cool breeze blowing on the back of my neck right now. There's nothing better than that. There's nothing better than that, especially when you don't have power. This is that power that you want at home. Now I'm going to unplug the window AC unit, because I also want to show you that I've got the ability. This blanket's messed up. Do you know why this blanket's messed up? Because there's probably been a dog that jumped on this blanket. But you're going to want to be wrapped up in this blanket during the wintertime, because, you know, we think of space heaters as a way to warm ourselves, but really, a heating blanket is one of the best ways to keep yourself warm. And I say that because with this heating blanket, I'm just going to make sure that we turn it on really quickly here. I'll be able to power this for even longer. With a space heater, we're talking about a 2,000 plus watt space heater. That's going to eat up the power pretty quickly. But with my heating blanket, be able to wrap myself, multiple people up in this heating blanket. It's set to high right now. It's showing me about 21 hours. 21 hours underneath the heating blanket. So that also means, hey, maybe I'll grab a second heating blanket if this one's not big enough. I've got 10 hours at least that I can be able to stay warm. Next day, I have all of the ability that I need to recharge my Delta Pro, and then be able to do that all over again. Options, okay? So, we got our heating blanket plugged in. I'm gonna go ahead back to some of those creature comfort things. I'm gonna wheel my Delta Pro. I love the fact that this one comes with wheels. This is the only one that we have that does come with wheels. I'm gonna go ahead and plug in my light, and my CPAP machine. So with my light, my CPAP machine right here, I'm going to turn that CPAP machine and get that going here. In just a few seconds, now I've got everything that I need. My light, my CPAP, and I'm doing it in my bedroom. Remember what I said, this is an emergency power source, so if I need an oxygen machine, if I need any type of medical device and I need it to continue to run, and I'm reliant on those types of things as an investment in myself and in my health, and maybe even in somebody in my family, this is going to continue to run. But how long is it going to run for? We're looking at that CPAP machine and that light for roughly about 18 hours right here from our Delta Pro. Now I could plug in my AC unit because I still have, of course, all of these other options right here. And remember, at 123 watts, during the daytime, you're picking up the solar panel. It's 400 watts. That solar panel is going to be able to power up to 400 watts. So I could be powering that CPAP machine and that light with infinite amount of sun during the day. This goes to show you what you can do with your Delta Pro. And now, all I have to do, pick this up, just like it's luggage, and then walk over back into the kitchen area to just kind of go over exactly what we were talking about. Remember, we've got our home office, we've got our computers. If you're somebody who works from home, or maybe if it's just kind of in hybrid, you don't want to be in that moment of time where you're saying, well, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't make those calls, I can't send the emails because we don't have power. Never be without power ever again. Let's start from the very top. This is voted the best deal for our Black Friday. It's the Delta Pro, plus it's the Delta Pro with our 400 watt solar panel. And that, I'm not really sure exactly what else you're gonna need. With your Delta Pro, it's the most powerful that we offer. It's 3,600 watts. Not gonna power 80% of your home appliances. It's gonna power 99% of your home appliances. At the very beginning of this video, we were talking about the flow doesn't stop. Well, really, the flow doesn't stop with the Delta Pro, because when you're looking for sustainability, you're looking to get the most power and the most powerful that we offer. But here's the thing. With the Delta Pro, it's the most up-to-date battery system that we offer. It's an LFP battery system, which means you're gonna have 6,500 life cycles with this battery. This is gonna last you for years and years and years. I mean, we say on average, probably roughly about 8 to 10 years where you're gonna be able to use this nonstop. So when you're investing in something, you wanna get the best, we're offering the most powerful, we're offering you a brand new battery system with that LFP battery system. Now, when we talk about very top, let's start from the basics. From the very basic part of just turning on the unit, just one touch of a button, and now the unit is off and running again. So now there's nothing virtually as far as maintenance and having to worry about, is it going to turn on? Is that gas generator gonna run? Is that propane generator gonna run? Do I have enough gas? Do I have enough propane? Those are things I never have to think about again. All I gotta think about is how am I gonna make sure that I charge my Delta Pro and keep it charged? That's why, congratulations, it's Black Friday. It's that time of the year where you're gonna get more for your buck. And speaking of more, I believe right now, if you spend more, you get more with all of those gifts that we're offering as well. LCD display to show you every bit of information that you need. There's nothing that I have to worry about guessing. So when I plug anything in, it's gonna show me exactly how much wattage and how much time I've got left on my Delta Pro. Now, if I'm not next to my Delta Pro and I still wanna guess and see how much power I've got left, that's why we got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth built in. This is the app that you're gonna get on your phone or on your tablet, and it's gonna tell you exactly all the information that that LCD display shows, except remotely. So you don't have to be right next to your unit to be able to see exactly how much power is being pulled and how much power you've got left. I love this. This is one of my favorite things about the Delta Pro and a lot of our Delta units as well. Now, talk about Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is not a feast without the feast. And we're feasting right now on deals right here on EcoFlow.com for Black Friday. We've got our ham. I cannot tell you how hard it has been to not cut into that ham and make some sandwiches. But sandwiches need to be heated, and ham is gonna need to be heated. I don't want cold ham, but I'll tell you what, it's not gonna stop me from eating it. But if I have the option to heat it up, I'm gonna use it. So we talked about being able to heat 80% of your home appliances, about 99% of our home appliances. I'm gonna turn this hot plate back up because now we're talking about being able to do it inside of our home, but outside of our home. Tailgating. It is football season. And Thanksgiving, there's a lot of football on Thanksgiving Day. How about being able to go to a concert, tailgate out there, or go camping and RVing, and being able to have all of those necessities that we love inside of our home, but taking it outside of our home? That's one of the things that the Delta Pro gives you. It gives you the opportunity and the ability to finally do those things, except, although the fan's running right now, it's certainly a lot quieter than a gas generator. And with a gas generator, it certainly wouldn't be inside of my home, let alone on the island inside of the kitchen, because of all the toxic fumes. And what you hear sizzling now is that steak and those potatoes. Steak and those potatoes. Steak and potatoes. Does it get any better than that? Okay, speaking of steak and potatoes, while that is cooking, I want to show you another way that you can cook, because right now it's showing me 1,200 watts of power for 2 hours? No guessing. I want to come over here to the microwave. So I've got the microwave right over here. I've just got an extension cord. I will be able to go ahead and use my full-size microwave to just pop this right in and start heating up those leftovers from Thanksgiving. Every time I say it, my mouth starts to water. Can you imagine being the only house on the street that's got power? Can you imagine being the only apartment or condo in that building that's got power, and you're running the power inside of your home, and now you have your microwave, your full-size microwave running? That's pretty nice. Those green beans, not even cold green beans anymore. And when you wake up in the morning, how about plugging in one of those coffee machines? How about the new favorite appliance in the whole entire house, an air fryer? All of those things you'll be able to use from your Delta Pro inside of your home without having to worry about gas. 30 seconds, just like that, we have got hot green beans. Steak is running. I can see the steak is running. Well, steak's not going anywhere, except for probably in my stomach. Steak right here on that hot plate. Now we'll be able to cut into it. Why don't we just see what we got going on right here? It is a cooking show right here on EcoFlow.com, and we are cooking with some deals right now. I'm going to turn this down, and just like that, we got a hot steak, we got a hot plate, and I got to tell you, we don't have a hungry person in this house right now. Speaking of which, I see a lot of smoke. You know what we can do with that? Why don't we turn this fan on really quickly here? And just like that, that fan is gonna blow that, cool that steak down, just like that. I love being able to pick something up, but I certainly love being able to pick up a great opportunity and a great deal. You're here shopping on EcoFlow.com. My name is Justin Gotthelf. When you clicked on that and that said EcoFlow Delta Pro plus 400 watt solar panel, you are saving and getting the best deal that we offer for Black Friday. Not only are we going to be able to have all of our food cooking, be able to microwave, be able to have a hot plate, be able to just warm ourselves and our bodies, keep our food cool with our full-size refrigerator. We showed you being able to use just about everything in our house and doing it inside of our home. Remember, sustainability. We love giving you the opportunity to pick up that 400 watt solar panel, because that really just kickstarts your whole entire experience of when you pick up the Delta Pro and you're out of power. How are you going to be able to recharge the unit? And I want to mention that one more time. When we plug this into the wall via the AC, it's the fastest recharge rate in the whole entire industry. 3,600 watts of power that I can expand, and not only that, that I can literally have connected to my home via the smart home panel that we also have on EcoFlow.com. Depending on how much you're thinking about picking up today, well, you might even be able to get that fifth option to be able to recharge our Delta Pro, which is that smart generator, which will be able to recharge our Delta Pro with our smart generator via, of course, the smart generator, but you can also have the AC plugged in simultaneously. So in fact, not only can we be able to recharge our Delta Pro in less than 3 hours just via AC, but it's got 3 inputs simultaneously, so 2 inputs simultaneously. So I can have my smart generator and AC both connected, or I can also do one of my favorite things, which is it's the world's first power station. It will allow you to take this to an electric vehicle station via the proper adapter that we have on EcoFlow.com, and you can take this to an electric vehicle station and recharge it there in less than 2 hours. Something that can run my whole entire home. It's the first of its kind to be a portable home system, and yet I can recharge it in less than 2 hours. This is where we are with EcoFlow. We're always growing, we're always improving. That's what we love, and that's why we're loving the opportunities that we're giving you. So, we got our food. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to eat. And if you're ready to eat, you're probably ready to go ahead and pick up your Delta Pro. My name's Justin Gotthelf. Congratulations, any of you are picking up the Delta Pro today with your 400 watt solar panel. Let me go and grab that really quickly. The deals are here. The deals of the year. And I gotta tell you, congrats, because you're picking up the best, and you're picking it up right here on EcoFlow.com. Have a great Thanksgiving. Hope your bellies are full, and I hope the flow never stops with your EcoFlow.